Welcome back to the TimTom podcast. This we apologize for the interruption. The FBI guy listening in on our call got a bit too involved and decided to cut our call short. So, uh,
Obviously not a big Gucci fan.
nah. Well, it's his loss, really, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Okay, so Tom, do continue.
Yep, still my favourite track, despite the FBI guy's best interest.
His favorite track was "Wake Up in the Sky."
Maybe. And yeah, this is detailing how Gucci thinks he deserves more respect than these young rappers for creating the place where they now make all their money. It's just based a similar subject matter to another song he did, All My Children. And if you haven't seen that video, I strongly recommend that you do because it is a hilarious watch. And him also complaining that even though he birthed their styles, he didn't get anything for Father's Day. It's a bit sad, isn't it?
And well, I agree with you in that it's one of the best songs on this project. What I really liked was this the intro where it samples the song and then just the beat pulls the rug out from under you really effectively, and it's this deep, dark, sort of smoky beat. I thought it was really cool.
It was a bit of an abstract trap beat as well. There was a bit
Yeah,
it kept coming in. I think it was a synth line or something.
yeah,
But that's something Metro Booming's done quite a lot. You got this like classical, not classical, like this old school like soul sample,
yeah.
and then this trap beat just comes out of nowhere.
Complete beat switch. Yeah, thought it was really effective.
The only problem is it's quite short. It's like under 2 minutes. This song.
Yeah, but I mean, I think I like that. It keeps it short. It keeps it sweet. It comes very like it's the furthest not saying it's welcome.
Mm.
I thought it was good, and I guess that works as a perhaps you could just listen to it following on from the previous song.
Okay.
And then the next one I've written down is "Out of Proportion,"
Yeah.
which too has this pretty hard beat in it, and yeah, it's just I made a passing comment about the production having a really good impact on me, and just all these bassy beats
Yeah,
being
this track was where I sort of worked out the formula he'd gone for on this album, being the
yeah,
eerie trap, like eerie, sinister trap bangers.
eerie and sinister sums it up very well.
Bit spacey, very dark as well. Hence
Yeah,
the album title, really.
yeah.
Evil Genius. Now the next track,
Yes.
I only really highlighted for one reason, and that was that the beat was friggin' crazy. It was all over the place.
Mhm.
It sounded a bit like something Skepta did on an old song. I can't remember what it was called. It might have been Ace Hood Flow. It sounded a bit like that, but obviously trappy and a bit more bassy.
Right.
And yeah, I liked it, but I didn't think anything else on the track was particularly special, including the Quavo feature, which you seem to be quite fond of.
Well, I just thought it was I appreciated the sort of more distorted uh melodies in it. I thought it was just a bit more listenable than Bipolar. In my opinion, I just found Bipolar to be it dragged a bit. In my opinion, whereas this I found didn't drag as much. But yeah, I'm not going was pretty hard as well. I have that underlined.
This was
But
a single.
ah, I didn't know there were singles. I mean, it makes sense there were singles. I didn't know the singles which dropped for this.
It was the next 2 tracks, although this
Yeah,
one was the second one to come out.
I swear I'd heard "Wake Up in the Sky" before, but like
It's been out a little while.
it really god damn.
You're getting ahead of the game here.
Am I?
We got "I'm Not Going" first, another eerie beat, but this one I love some of Gucci's lines there, like on the hook where he said they want to lock me up like Suge Knight.
Yeah,
I
but
thought it was good, but it was a great track. Besides the Kevin Gates feature, that I think I've just decided he's not for me. Because every time I hear him, I just get underwhelmed.
yeah, I was underwhelmed by this track.
But then when Gucci Mane comes in this verse, he kicks it off with "the most hateable, currently unavailable." And he said it was such swag, and I thought, damn, this isn't very noteworthy.
What?
He's the most hateable, but he's currently unavailable.
Yeah. Did you
Can't
say
get it.
no? Did you say this isn't noteworthy?
No, I said it's very noteworthy.
I thought you said this isn't very noteworthy.
No, the exact opposite.
Exactly.
This is fire.
Yeah. All right.
And then we had the lead single, "Wake Up in the Sky," which we were waxing lyrical about.
Oh yeah. I wish I woke up in the sky. This bangs. Can I just say? And I mean, it sort of goes against my comment about the beats being consistent, because this is not in keeping with the previous ones. It has this very dreamy, light, well, yeah, dreamy and light instrumental. It's like a bit spacey, but it's more dreamy than anything. And then I mean, it has like Bruno Mars on it. What I found that was just the instrumental. It was so pleasing to listen to. It pleased me to no end. It was like a blanket wrapped around my ears, and yeah, I thought it had a pretty good hook. And I just want to make the comment that I think this is meme material, like the Bobby Schmurder meme, uh, where he's doing the shmoney dance in the video, and it's they just play another song over it. I reckon they're gonna play this song over it soon. I'm calling it.
I didn't really like this song.
Okay,
From
tell
the
me.
moment I saw it was, so it was like Gucci was building up to it. He had a picture of him and Bruno in the studio. He had a picture of Kodak in the studio, and he said, we got the song coming out," and I was like, "What? How's this gonna sound?" And then it just came up as this poppy trash with a bad
Yeah,
Gucci verse,
I'll appreciate that.
annoying Bruno Mars hook, and a decent Kodak Black verse, and the
Well,
beat is trash.
I
So
like.
yeah, this one's not for me.
Oh, fucking hell. I I appreciated the poppy nature of it. Although I do think it probably should have just been a single. I don't think it should have been on this album. It
Mm.
it's an unnecessary moment of brevity.
I think it showed more the power of Gucci being able to get Bruno Mars on a song than it actually added to the album.
Yeah, I was a bit.
Sort of a moment of, look at me.
Yeah. But I think as a standalone song, I appreciate it. But I think you're right when you say that in the context of the album, it seems a bit unnecessary.
It
Which
sticks out like a sore thumb.
and definitely sticks out like a sore thumb. I'm even made a comment that like it's a bit out of left field for this album. comes out of, and there's no other songs like this. The following track, Solitaire, is just another hard trap beat.
Mm.
So I'm not quite sure what Group was thinking when he put this song in the album.
I think maybe only to get it close to going platinum because it had the single on it with all the
Yeah.
streams it already had.
God damn it. Well,
But yeah, as you mentioned Solitaire, I thought that was another highlight for me.
yeah.
Although, like you say, it did go from an eerie trap banger to Wake Up in the Sky,
back
and
to
straight back to an eerie trap banger again. It was like
what the hell is that?
it's like an interlude.
Yeah, exactly. It's very strange. But
Gucci using the best solo card game as a metaphor for how lonely he was. I thought was actually very clever.
That is pretty clever.
About how he was playing solitaire in jail.
Sad.
It's a reference to being alone and sad, yeah. And
Well,
then did he have a verse in this song? I don't remember. He had the Migos half takeoff, half Quavo. Then there was a Lil Yachty verse.
yeah. I'm not sure.
Lil Yachty killed this, by the way.
It's good hearing Lil Yachty on more stuff.
Just that line straight after the hook. He comes in and then goes, "Bitch, I don't play no solitaire. I'm a fucking millionaire." And I did like the beat by and large, but then in some random points there was like this ringtone sounding cheap synth that kept coming in, and it was really annoying.
Yeah. The no. Okay, no. I don't know what I was gonna continue.
Okay.
I don't have much to say for the following songs until until the closer, to be honest. I felt the songs where it was just go up after this one, I just felt they were all very samey.
Yeah,
I mean,
the next track, This the Night, was definitely by the numbers. I think Hard Feelings had one of the best beats from Southside, but again, a bit by the numbers. Same for Lord and Money Calling. But I would like to highlight Mad Russian. This
okay.
was definitely the worst song on the album. The Gucci Mane sort of, it was like a love song almost. Gucci Mane, I don't really know what he was trying to do here. And the Lil Skies feature, that was terrible. His auto tune sounded so annoying, and everything he was saying was just garbage. So yeah, if I never hear that song again, I'll be a happy man.
Well, I can assure you, with that knowledge, you will never be a happy man.
Oh.
Okay. Money Calling, I appreciate the sort of spacey vocal in that, but really, I just Kept Back was the next good song, and it
I
was.
quite liked Hard Feelings, but I take your point.
But I mean, I don't know. I think Kept Back was pretty good, but it wasn't as good as I was hoping for. Although, give credit where credit is due. I thought Lil Pump had a really good fast flow on this track.
Yes, he did. I agree.
It was probably the fastest I've ever heard him rap. I didn't know he could do it that fast.
He had a similar type verse on Lil Boat too.
Did he?
Yeah. But I take your point, he's usually quite laid back and
Yeah.
slow. And I think he definitely sounds better like this.
Yeah, me too. It was really interesting. And I would
And the
like to
murder beat was quite good as well. I thought that really brought it all
um
home.
there was an interesting sort of use of flute then
Yes.
as melody over it all, which it took me a bit, it took me a few seconds to work out if it was a flute, but yeah, I thought it was good. Overall, this is a pretty decent project, not a very decent project. There is some minor hiccups with one song being there where it really shouldn't be there, and then
Two.
perhaps outstays. Okay, yeah, and then it sort of outstays its welcome, in my opinion. I think it could have done with being uh half an hour to 40 minutes.
I think what we'll agree is that he needs to do one of those albums with Kanye that's just 7 tracks,
Oh,
or
that.
or Metro Boomin, because him and Metro work very well together.
Yeah,
But like what we want is like another Drop Top WAP, because that was
that's what
all
I want. Dr.
hits.
Wop is
It
my
was just
favorite.
10 solid tracks. But I
Yeah,
think he's tried to experiment a little bit with this one. He's taken a full year to make it. I think it's definitely steps in the right direction in some ways.
yeah, but I think he just needs to work on cutting down with the
Hmm.
content because not all of it's gold, and it's just as much a skill to be able to accept that not all of it's gold and to really just pick the best ones, sort the wheat from the chaff when you're doing the sequencing, in my opinion. Um, but I mean, it's a decent project. I give it a 6 to 7. There are some really good aspects, but uh, it's just not quite there.
I think it can't really get higher than a 6 because the formula was so obvious and it
Okay,
did get quite stale by the end, even though there were definitely some gems on this
yeah,
album for sure. And it started very well. It did
yeah,
lose momentum.
yeah. Okay then, 6. Evil Genius. Okay, let's go on to Facade Records by Domo Genesis, and we should be able to. This shouldn't take up as much time because it was a very short project.
Yeah, only an EP. The first thing he's released in a little while, he did a mixtape with
Yeah,
Evidence last year sometime. That was
it's
all
the
right.
thing on
But
his most recent thing on his Spotify page since um his album. I forgot the name.
Genesis.
Genesis.
Yeah, this is the first thing that's been streamable, although he did have the Red Corolla mixtape that was really good.
Okay.
That was a couple of years ago. But anyway, Facade, it was kicked off with the track Two Tone Do Rag. It had this like choir style opener for the first bit.
Yeah, and it came back on the closer, which I thought was very cool. I thought Two Tone Durag was really great. Another strong opener. It and then the instrumental in this, it was a. I thought it was pretty reminiscent of like some '90s stuff with these great hip hop drums. And here's one thing about this project: it seems it sort of alternates between hip hop and trap with the production on the songs. Would you agree?
Hmm. I didn't
Um,
really remember hearing any trap beats, but I might have just not been fully paying attention.
in my opinion, it has that sort of a formula. Um, but I mean, most of them were really good tracks. Two Tone Durag I thought was great though, with that sort of soulful or like gospel sort of into into that really strong hip hop instrumental.
Yeah, and this is the hungriest and most rapid fire rapping that I've heard Domo do in a long time.
Mm-hmm. Domo's he he's been dropping some features on a fair few of the projects we've been reviewing. He's been getting around a bit and he's been impressing me. So I'm
He
glad
was
that
always one of my favourite members. I'd probably put him fourth. Maybe go Earl, Tyler, Frank, then him for me.
okay. Um I mean I knew he was there. I hadn't really listened to much stuff when I found out about on Future. I was more focused on you know, Earl, Tyler, Frank, and then Sid in the internet. But
Yeah, check out his project with The Alchemist. No
Okay.
Idols, very good. But
All right.
anyway, back to this project. And next up, we had consecutive normal punches, which I think had quite a few anime references. It seemed.
And it's like it's a standard fight. It's a standard move in like most beat 'em up games. You know, just press square 3 times, or if you're a pleb, press X.
And it had a great Buddy feature. Buddy, West Coast MC, what a guy. And he had a great line on here saying, getting money because I'm working like a Mexican.
Is he himself Hispanic?
No.
Ah,
That's why it was like a Mexican, not because I'm a Mexican.
yeah. Well, you could be okay. Anyway, I thought it had this pretty interesting sort of muted bass in it, and
Yes.
although I found the instruments to be like a bit melancholy, in my opinion, or the melody a bit melancholy, but it was good. It was but I think this was more of a trappy beat, and there's another one. Power Trip is another trappy beat, but online now. I'm gonna
This
say.
was the single for this EP.
Was it? Why
Yeah,
wasn't?
it came out last week, but we had so much stuff to talk about.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say this track, like the intro, reminds me of this Earth Gang song, Artificial. How they're sort of humming the melody before the melody actually begins. Um, in that reference, it wasn't my favorite track to be honest. I think it's too long. It's like 4 minutes long, where most of the tracks are nowhere near that long.
And he is talking shit for the last minute.
Yeah, like it should have been 3 minutes long. But honestly, my highlight for this is Creep Show. I thought Creep Show was great.
Oh, yes.
It was it has this really, really cool bass in the beginning, and then
And
it
the
has
guitar.
yep, and it has this bloody great, great transition, really sharp, really quick, and violently into the track. And it's like some. It reminds me of like MF Doom, like Mad Villainy. That's what the production reminds me of. But I thought it was so good. He begins his verse with this like, "I might just pull up on your bitch for the hell of it." I was like, "Whoa!" And then he just kept it up for the whole
Yeah,
track.
that IDK verse was amazing.
There was like some women.
Obviously, after trading features on EPs,
Mhm.
after he
Yeah,
reviewed it.
yeah. And there was
He had some amazing lines, if you allow me.
yeah, okay.
The
Do
one
go.
about is Ashanti fine or is she very, very old? You can never know. She might be
Yeah,
J Lo or she might be
yeah,
Whoopi Goldberg.
yeah. I was gonna say that
And
line.
then you're a you're a dildo and you're foreign. You say you got a foreign, but it's a Volvo.
The Volvo. I loved it. I loved it. It was so good.
And then Domo comes in, and then he's already been bodied by this point. To be honest, he can't rap that fast and with that clever lines, but he does hold his own.
I think
Yeah, that
IDK though is so good.
yeah, that IDK verse is amazing. But then it ran. Then he is. I actually forgot this until I looked at the feature list and then listened to it again. There's like this random Chip the Rapper outro to the song that doesn't add anything whatsoever. It's a real. It sort of puzzled me a bit as to why it got added, but there you go.
Yeah, but then there's
Not quite as bad as Nav on Yosemite, but
oh yeah. I only found only yeah. I listened to Yosemite today, and I heard the now verse, and I was like,
although it
that's
has
fine.
been mixed properly at least.
Yeah, still think it was that bad. It just sounds a bit far away. Um, okay. Then there's Power Trip, which it's got another catchy melody, but it's another trap track like consecutive normal punches. In my opinion, nothing special.
It had a. I thought that Cos, when he came in,
Hmm.
he was definitely a highlight. I think that's one unfortunate thing I'd say about this. That pretty much all the features were better than him.
Yeah.
Apart from Chip the Rapper, obviously.
Um.
And
Yeah.
then, so it had this track, which was a bit mediocre apart from Cos's feature that I really liked. And then it went
Okay.
into Facade Records. I want to know what you felt about this, because I didn't like this song very much.
I didn't. I agree with you there. I like what it did in that it sort of it rounds the album off. It brings it full circle. It started off with a sort of gospel, soulful sort of thing, which went into like hip hop, and it is this sort of um uh like sort of so not exactly soulful or gospel. It feels more like 80s cheese in my opinion, but it's coming back full circle.
Mm.
It had this one line where it's like I got a whole different outfit with the same jeans. There's a metaphor in there, and there's a still 100. I thought it was okay. It could have been better though. I thought it was especially with the previous track. I think it lost some of the momentum. I mean, it's from Creepshow, in my opinion, is downhill.
I think with Online and this track, he tried to work on being a bit more melodic, bit of singing, see how it worked. And for me personally, it wasn't my cup of tea. I liked Online better than this, though, because at least Online had a funny message about wannabe thugs online.
Mm.
Whereas this one sort of singing, and then he had his rap verses, and they weren't really about anything.
Right.
Although I didn't know, now that you mentioned it, the use of the gospel at the end of that track, bringing it home, was very good. At least,
Yeah. But okay, let's round this off. Facade Records. Um, there's potential. There is
yeah.
potential.
And it was an EP. You have to say that, so it's not like a full undertaking. He's probably thrown some ideas out there and see how people
And
react.
there's a like Creepshow is such a good track. It's I just think more like that and Two Tone Durag. Those two are great. It's I'd like it. Sorry, I was a big fan of those sort of more hip hoppy tracks than I was of the more trap oriented tracks. And if he does go for a longer project, then I'd appreciate more like those rather than the sort of trap.
I don't know. I appreciated the beat versatility and that it wasn't stuck to one thing. I also think that since the disbanding of All Future, he's found some good new music friends. And that all the
Mm.
rappers here, well, in my opinion, stole the show, but they all put very good performances in.
Yeah.
And then that at least is, I think, is commendable to him.
Okay.
Although working with Earl and Tyler still wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for him.
No. Okay. Let's move on now to Toro y
Et moi.
Moi.
He's a interesting character. He always, with every album, he throws it back to a nostalgic genre that doesn't really get made that much anymore. And
Okay.
with this time, you thought it was housey. I thought it was a bit more synth funk. So maybe
Well, I
it's
mean,
somewhere in the middle.
I'll definitely give you the synth funk
I mean, the
vibe.
groove on this track.
It's just the beats themselves, the drums. I mean, it's the drum beat. It's in my opinion pretty housey, especially on Freelance. Perhaps less so on Ordinary Pleasure, but definitely Freelance in my opinion. Um, okay, what are your thoughts on Ordinary Pleasure, Tom?
I really liked it as well. Just like his other single that you referenced, even though we haven't reviewed it. It was again, like I say, it was an experimental undertaking from Toro. I liked it a lot. The funky groove when it kicks in, because it starts off with these bongos, which I quite liked, but then the bongos carry on with this funky groove.
Yeah.
And I thought the hook in particular was great, as well as the refrain towards the end. But I thought the verses were quite lazy, and
Yeah, they're sort of lazily delivered, but I think it works with the lyrics. The lyrics are a bit I don't know if I use melancholy too much. It's sort of lackadaisical melancholy. He's sort of meditating on. He's like, it's
yeah,
like,
it sounded sort of like high thoughts. Like he's
yeah,
just smoking, and he's like,
definitely.
does
The
sex
sex.
even sell anymore? I
I
don't
felt
know. Maybe I'm too old.
maybe I'm bored. I thought that was
Yeah, that was a good little verse. But I agree, it did sort of fit the vibe of the lyrics, but I think on a beat like this, you got to do a little more.
yeah, yeah. I'll give you that. But
On the
I,
refrain though, I thought
okay,
what he did with his voice was great. It was a bit parliamenty after the second verse.
okay.
I like that a lot.
Hmm. I was a big fan of the instrumentation on this track. It was all really well put together.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yes, definitely. And the same for Freelance. Are we reviewing Freelance? Because it was in the same project single thing.
Well, it came out a while ago. I don't know when this album's coming out. It's definitely next year sometime.
Hmm. Okay, let's move on to the CZARFACE and Ghostface Killer.
New project again. I don't know when this is coming out. I think it's before the end of the year. I might be wrong though.
They don't have
We had
long.
the we don't have, we had the Czarface meets Metal Face
Hmm.
a couple months back, and now we've got Czarface meets Ghostface Killah.
Which is
This being
sort
the
of
first single. Sorry.
isn't it sort of a Wu Tang reunion?
Yeah, well, Inspector Deck being
Yeah,
in
CZARFACE.
Czarface, and he kicked the track off quite well. I thought. I thought these were three very good verses.
Did you? I don't know if it's just me, but did you also notice like an ODB sample? Is ODB doing the like throat singing thing? That,
Yeah, he was there.
yeah, it was that. Hmm.
I
And then
thought that Esoteric in particular stole the show. The final verse.
um, I was so focused on the beat. It was really cool. I thought it was reminiscent of 36 Chambers in a way, but that sort of Czarface. Well, I think it was reminiscent of it with it being sort of grainy. There's that sort of record grain on it.
Hmm.
And it's this murky, dark, sort of heavy beat. It was very interesting, but it was definitely like 36 Chambers influence, in my
Yeah, I
opinion.
think since Czarface been formed, I think 7L's always been quite good at sort of making like a modern twist on the
Yeah,
classic RZA production. I just
yeah.
want to highlight the line you dumb like skinny jeans on a 42-inch waist. That made me laugh out loud.
God damn, that's savage. Um, it was some proper like gangster rap lyrics in this as well. That's about nightsticks or getting nightsticks, Billy Club. There was there was effective use of the beat as well. It cut out and came back in like
Mm.
perfectly, and there was that sort of ominous "Don't push me, don't push me, don't push me" as well. Was that in the hook or it was a point
There
during the
wasn't
track?
really a hook, was there? It was just sort of
No.
that, and you heard the ODB sample. Then another verse came in.
But I thought that was very ominous and it was impressive.
So you're looking forward to CZARFACE meets Ghostface?
Yeah, I guess so.
It
It was
wasn't something I saw coming, but I can see it working. And this is a lot shorter than CZARFACE meets Metalface. That was a bit too long, in my opinion. But I think this one's only 10 songs. I'm just going to double check that now.
Wait, have they released a track list? I mean, no, that makes perfect sense.
You just can't listen to it all yet.
Yeah, I know. But like,
12 songs. But one of them's called Post-Credit Scenes. So we've got 11 songs, basically.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty funny. Post-credit scene. How? Yeah. Reference to the Marvel thing. Pretty cool.
Anyway,
Okay.
That's just about us, isn't it?
That is us for this episode. Apologies again for the interruption. We do hope you enjoyed the first quarter of this podcast and the following 3 quarters.
And we hope that pesky FBI agent doesn't cut us off again.
Yeah. Free country, man.
Jesus Christ.
Don't delegate me again. Well, do something.
I'll let you see what I'm Googling. Leave it there.
Okay. Yes. Okay. We will see you all next.
Bye-bye.
Bye.